Good afternoon, father of mine. Tuh,
You know what this is?
I sure do.
You got that fat mustache, and that reminded me of that lady that did that to you on the Santa Monica boardwalk.
Yeah, that was something else. I guess that's flattering. Um,
I think she
I've,
was celebrity watching and she wasn't sure.
she was just like, okay, I'll do this,
I'm not sure who
and
this
then
dude
move
is,
on with
but
my
that might
day.
be
No
it could
explanation.
be a celebrity mustache.
People seem to like the stash, and I'm just doing it to hide my huge lips because if people knew.
Hey, come over here and take a look at wait a minute, come over here, Mary. You gotta see this. You're gonna cry. No, just for a second, you have to see my camera. Look at this knucklehead up here.
What did I do?
It's not you. It's it's Fluffy. Look at his tail wagging right behind your head.
Oh, Catman?
Yeah, he's up at the top rink. He's at the. He thinks he's Barnum and Bailey at the three ring circus.
Man, since I got that thing and I showed him all the different like levels to it, he really took to it very quickly. And I knew he would. I mean, cats love elevation. They love to gaze and look upon their little kingdom. And he just didn't have anything to like really like sit and
Are you
loft in.
recording? Are you recording?
Yeah,
You should be, because that's funny stuff.
I have been. Yeah, I told you. Oh man, I just finished my 10-mile run. It was pretty good. Um went to the beach, and then I went up San Vicente and felt pretty good. I don't feel too sore right now, so pretty happy with it.
Do you know where? Have you ever come across in your travel? 'Cause I don't know. Never been near it. Bel-Air Country Club. You ever like cross paths with the signs or anything like that?
Yeah, here and there.
Okay.
When when I run through sometimes I'll do a run through UCLA's campus.
Yeah.
Um and I or at least around the perimeter, and I see like a lot of Beverly Hills and Bel Air stuff. So maybe.
Pretty cool. I think it's still going on. There's something called the Curtis Cup. So it's college girls um, team golf, and it's like the Ryder Cup. It's
Curtis.
like that, but the Curtis Cup is girls, and they got to be amateurs, and they're doing it at Bel Air.
Oh,
And
this weekend? Nice.
yeah, I've never been to Bel Air Country Club, but I've seen it on TV two or three times. So I recognize some of the things, but they were showing yesterday. Now I don't know how if you remember some of the old Hollywood people, but Hepburn lived on the golf course, and they showed what house she lived on the eighth fairway, and they showed that I can't remember what year in the 30s or something like that, but Howard Hughes, who obviously was Hughes Aircraft, but
Hmm.
huge mogul, he was also a pilot. He landed his light aircraft on the eighth fairway and picked her up for a date.
Wow.
Thought that was cool.
That's some old Hollywood like
Yeah,
flexing. Man,
yeah, yeah.
man. Old Hollywood
Anyhow,
seems so nice. It seems
well,
so
that
trashy now.
Bel Air Country Club did not look trashy. They're keeping that place up.
No, and I'm kind of like glad they are. I feel like some people want to like encroach on their land. I'm like, God, at least some place is nice in
Well, it
this
was so cool
godforsaken town.
last week to watch the ladies play their U.S. Open at the
Hmm.
Riviera, which is, I know I've told you about this golf course, and I couldn't wait to see ladies. But two things that strike me about that tournament is one, that even when I was at my very best at golf, the women are quite a bit better than me. That is remarkable. And I was shocked because when I played that course, the rough is so tough
Hmm.
that like the first time I was in the rough, I was about a 6 iron away. And so I took a 6 iron out. I could see my ball fine. I moved my ball. I thought I hit it perfect, and I maybe moved it 30 or 40 yards.
Damn.
And then I went to an 8 iron the next time. And by the third time, I realized I can't move the ball out of here without, I got to use a wedge. I had to use a
Oof.
wedge. It's that
Wow.
tough. And I saw the ladies a couple of times knock it out of there with, 4 or 5 iron. So
Damn.
it's, I can't do that.
Whew. Man, just the thought of hitting a 4 iron, I'm just like, I'm stressed out.
I'm a little stressed. My high school reunion golf tournament is Monday,
Oh
and
man.
I've decided to play. And of course, my brother-in-law Tobin is going to play,
Ooh.
and Toby and I mean Dan and uh,
Who?
what's great guy's name? Tony. They're out of town, so they couldn't play. So we're playing. Me and Toby are playing with one guy from Toby's class. They just stuck us in a group, and
Mhm.
the other guy is in a class ahead of me. But I know both guys, so I think it'll be
All right. Well, good luck and just remember, don't try and like it doesn't matter.
fun.
I feel like if you can just remember that, you'll play better. And I
I
know it's harder when, it's your classmates. I would want to show that I'm good, or at
Well,
least
there's
do be somewhere in the top, whatever. But
the last time we played, but Dan and Tony played with us. At the end of the tournament, we were tied with another group, which was my best friend in high school and three other guys. And so then they did I don't know if you know what a card off is, but what they started 18 and they check scores to see, did anybody get a birdie on 18? What about 17? What about 16? So I think they had to go down to 16 and they had a birdie and we didn't.
ah,
So they ended up being first, we were second. And I've always wanted to, kind of get that one back.
mm, naturally, of course. But hey, I would just be happy to be like competing for, the top spot. It's okay if I don't win, but I just want to be able to like be in the hunt, you know?
And I hope I can just keep my tempo all day, but I can feel the DNA is starting to get worked up, and I can feel like the hero gene is trying to kind of come to the surface. And if it does, it will all be screwed up.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, with each passing year, those that hybrid set looks more, you know,
Yeah.
more tempting. And that's what, the greats eventually do too. Just go to the hybrid set and then you can go,
I think I'm going to
your
be looking
distances
for
come back.
some
You can
type
hit
of.
crazy far with those things.
Well, when I find my swing, the ball starts going back to normal lengths. It's just hard to find.
Mm.
Anyhow, let's do the show bang. What
Yeah. Let's see.
We got
Lot
some
to
good
get
topics,
into. Oh
and
yeah.
I like them all. So pick whatever you want to talk about.
Um, 1 second. Let me pull it up. I thought I had it here, but I don't. I don't have it here.
Well, I'll start with the question: Is Wembanyama is he related to Netanyahu?
Who? Wembanyama and
Wembanyama
Netanyahu?
and Netanyahu.
Maybe.
Oh,
At this point, nothing would surprise me. All right. Let's see. So you guys went to a concert for the NBA, the last NBA Finals game. So you
right.
didn't see the
The
last play. I didn't
29,
see it either for that.
29. There was a 29-point lead. The Knicks came back.
And that's the greatest finals comeback of all time.
I mean, I think it is, but
That's what they're saying.
what a, I mean, all I know is I've watched two of the games. I saw I see game one and game three or four. I can't remember. Maybe game one and game three. And what I noticed is that uh, San Antonio's getting out coach. I think
Mm.
Pop. should be sitting on the bench with this team, and I think they might have a chance. I think they're good, but the coach, he uses their star player too much. He should be, the Knicks is a fourth quarter team, right? So why not get your guy a little bit more rested in the first and second quarters so that in the second half he's fresh? Because the Knicks start coming in the fourth quarter. It's an onslaught. I mean, it's a tidal wave.
Well, from what I understand, they really try to do everything through Wemby because he just gives them an advantage. He just disrupts their, you know, their schemes and it makes their offense easier because he can just pass to somebody. He can hold the ball for longer than everybody else can, you know. It really does make sense. The thing that I found interesting on the last game is I was too busy. I was kind of working, but I like stopped into someone's office at work to see who was watching it, and they in like a very short span of time, I saw a lot of no calls against San Antonio. And it just seemed like the refs were like letting them kind of get away with everything, kind of trying to hold the Knicks back, almost trying to let San Antonio have a huge lead. So, and everyone I talked to lately is just like saying like league is rigged, and seeing that really made me believe it. And
Where do you
I think
think?
that's interesting that the Knicks still, despite it seems like maybe that's what the league script wanted. Despite that, they still overcame it, which I wonder how often that does happen. It's like the league wants this, Vegas wants this, but I don't think they can completely control the outcome. They can definitely push it in a direction, but uh, if
Well,
they were
to
supposed to
me,
win, it didn't work.
if I was the league, I would want New York to win. It's been a long time since they
They
won.
do, but they don't want to sweep. They don't want a quick series.
Well, that's true.
So I think they do want New York to win too, because Wemby's already great. They don't need a championship to make him popular. He already is.
And he could possibly win three or four in a row after, once he gets going. He's my, I don't know if you saw my comment in there on the notes, but to me, the biggest thing is he is still a boy playing against men.
This is
And
true. I did see him get pushed off by a
yeah,
guy, a quarter,
yeah,
shorter than him.
that can manhandle him at times. But, as a team, the Knicks are 6, 7, 8 year veterans that have put muscle on every summer. Every offseason they put on more muscle. And something tells me they're going to put muscle on, what, I can't even say his name,
Just say Wemby.
Wemby. They'll put weight, they'll put muscle on him. And by next year, you're not going to be able to do that. Right now he's a clothesline. And next year he'll be a signpost. It'll be a different thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not trying harder, but what is he like 23?
He's 23, and I think in the fourth quarter when they make their run, he's beat. He's done everything, and I would say I'd rather go into the fourth quarter with a 12-point lead and everybody's rested versus you're 30 points ahead and everybody's dog tired.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right with that coaching.
Yeah, Pop. I think
Uh,
if Pop was in there, he would control it differently.
mm. This is his first year not there, which is,
No, I think Pop's not been
or
there in a couple years.
well,
It's
it's their first time to the finals
Yeah,
without
that's
him.
true. It's they haven't been to finals in a while, but Pop hadn't been there
Yeah, it's a weird
in
sight to
4 years.
not see his grizzled face out there.
Yeah,
There's a new era.
I
I
never
don't even
could.
know the new
I
coach.
could never get. Did I like Pop or did I not like Pop? I'm not sure. I was kind of in the middle on Pop, but was he a good coach? Hell yeah,
Well, then
hell
what's
yeah.
not to like? I mean, yeah. I thought he was
Well,
cool. I liked how he was kind of had like a Harrison Ford sort of like demeanor, which was kind of funny.
he could definitely take over the refs though. There's times in the games when he would just go at the refs with logic and
Hmm.
just they would cower. Pop was he could take on the refs.
Well, I don't know. He's an old man. You have to respect the old man. Okay, so game five is tonight, 5:30. Who you got? Who do you got?
And I'm not a, I don't gamble, but if
The
I
San
had
Antonio.
to, I would probably bet on San Antonio straight up. How could they not win this game?
I mean, are they going back to San Antonio?
Yeah, yeah, it'll be game five and
Yeah.
six in San Antonio, and then game seven would be in New York.
I haven't watched much of the coverage, but this is Chuck's, favorite place, San Antonio, where the women are big and the churros are flowing. I haven't heard him say anything funny yet, so I'm hoping I do hear it soon because he's
Yeah.
always made a big stink about that. Oh,
Before the hockey or the soccer game last night, who was the guy from Texas, kind of the tall guard forward that used to play for the U.S. national team? I can't think of the dude's name, but they
oh,
were talking to him. You
sorry,
know,
who?
I'm talking, Mary, what's the guy's name? The tall forward that was on the telecast last night. Short.
Oh, Blotton,
No, no, he was. I'm
Ibrahimovic.
talking about the U.S. guy that was there.
Oh,
Dempsey.
oh, that
Dempsey.
was Dempsey, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Dempsey
kind
was
of
on
forgot.
there, and they were talking about the basketball game, and Dempsey was all pissed off. Everybody's against Texas, and Dempsey is he's a Texan man. He's from Texas. He even sounds like a cowboy man when he talks. It's kind of funny.
I haven't heard him. Here, 1 second. I need to put my phone on the charger.
He's got some he's got some John Wayne in his crackle.
Oh. My poor phone has sustained a lot of damage. I can't just plug into it. I have to like put it on the, what do you call it? Like where it just the sensor charger right now. I'm gonna get a new phone soon. That thing is getting real old and crappy, but I've been
Yeah,
kind of not
you,
wanting to.
you might be able to fold. We got T-Mobile a couple of months ago, and I seem to recall the salesperson telling us it was a family deal. So there's a chance we could extend it to you. I don't know, but obviously,
I don't know, but I'm on Mint and it's pretty good. But I gotta look into that. But anyway, back to soccer. US did pretty awesome against
yeah,
Paraguay. It kind of
yeah.
was like the fact that we score 4 goals, the most we've ever scored in a goal in a game is like insane. We look good. We look like a contender,
Yeah,
which is like hard to like I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we was like I was like, is our fitness like really superior against these Paraguayans?
well, we actually had a goal called back that a
Yeah, I
guy,
saw that.
guy
And
not
then the
in,
same guy scored right away again.
but a guy not in the play was a eyelash offsides, and they called it, which technically it was offsides, but man, that guy had nothing to do with the play. So it could have easily been 5-1. It could have easily been 4 or 5-0. It was just weird second half that we did not continue to press. So what they did, Ted, I don't know how much you saw if you saw highlights, but they played 11-man keep away really
Oh,
well.
there was a there before the goal that Kiana scored or
Yeah,
whatever. There was just possession, like total possession. And I was like, well, who is this team?
I know they looked like Argentina, and this guy he's an Argentine, the coach, or Mauricio is our coach is from it.
Balogun.
Yeah, it was flowing like Argentina in the day, and everybody was moving. Even the goalie was involved in some touches. And then when we lost the ball, our our defense was so proactive to support. and break, kind of anything that was kind of open. They got into those holes so quick that I mean it was lights out. I was like, did that coach, is this the beginning of the new thing? I mean, I don't know if they're going to come back and do it. And obviously, it's similar with Australia. Australia is going to be kind of bunkered up. These guys were bunkered. And then, if you're playing a soccer game where you're so bunkered that all you're doing is running backwards, and then suddenly when you got to run forward, you don't know how. That's kind of what this was.
It's scary. You're like, I don't even know what to do on this side of the field.
Yeah, so that's how they had them. And then in the second half, they was like, well, it's 3-0. Let's just protect the lead. And they that kind of the other, obviously Paraguay came out and tried to go forward. And had we continued to at least go forward more conservatively, they had never had a chance. And so really, I think the only thing that bugged me was the keeper. He was way out of position on the goal they gave up. He wasn't
Mm.
like, how could you be there when everything was moving over here, dude? What? And but on the other hand, the guy played in the 11-man keep away. He was part of the deal. He played well. I mean, when they had to play it back to him, he didn't just kick it like Laura Powell. He played it to somebody. He knew what he
Sorry,
was
Laura.
doing. And I kept thinking, is he going to Laura Powell this thing? No, he played it to somebody.
Hey, sometimes you need a Laura Powell it because that's all you got. And I
Yeah,
would
but
rather it that than be in the box.
Laura Powell, as you could tell at Chaley's wedding, didn't could never had composure. He didn't have composure at the what was that party?
The wedding?
No, the engagement party.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Laura Powell didn't show her composure
Laura
there.
Laura is catching strays on this episode. Sorry, Laura.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
you
know.
never know. Random people tell me they listen to this, and I'm like, oh. So you never know when I can come back to you, old man. But yeah, America, we're proud of you. Let's keep it up against the Strayans. The Strayans, those filthy kangarooskies. But
And
this is
they
an
play
interesting
Turkey
group. Hmm?
and by the time they play Turkey, which is a good team,
Yeah, Turkey is
um,
very
they
scary.
will have played some quality time against opponents.
Yeah, I mean Paraguay, I think is pretty good. I think all the South American teams are good. Australia has always been fine too. So I imagine they're going to be on the same level. But Turkey is going to be, they have world-class players.
And now, by the time that, so I'll just make one more comment on the game. By the time they got to the juice break in the first half, the Paraguayans were trying, almost ready to kill each other.
Oh,
And
and
then
they were trying to just be
yeah, they would.
violent and that's and honestly, I was like so happy to see that because like that is like we are in there. We're playing so good. They're resorting to, more physicality, which is, that's classic. That's what you do. And the fact that we got under their skin like that tells me that we're playing really good, really moving that ball. And yeah, that possession we had
Pulisic,
before that
Pulisic,
Kiana goal. And he barely, it looked like he just kind of like, and it just went, just laser beam around
Pulisic,
a little left to right.
Pulisic, he came out, he didn't play the second half. And when they asked him what happened later, he got kicked in the calf. So, and it was not called, nobody saw it. So it was one of those things where they were, Paraguay was retaliating.
Yeah. So, we'll keep an eye on that. I was actually watching South Korea and Czechia. I don't know how it ended, so and it looks like you're watching soccer too behind you.
Yeah, we're watching. The Swiss are playing
Is this
Cape
Swiss?
Qatar. The Swiss are playing Qatar, and Swiss were heavily favored. They got a cheap PK, which I'm fighting your mom about it. I don't think it should have been that. I mean, a guy headed the ball into the box, and then one of the Swiss guys was coming on to make the head,
Hmm.
and the keeper was like 4 feet away from him. He had no choice. He dove at the ball like a panther. And as he's reaching for the ball to, kind of punch it away, he gets kicked. The guy that was, kind of running onto the ball, kicked him in the head viciously. I mean, that guy was out for a while, right? The guy,
Mm.
and then they gave him a PK, and all he did was try to dive for the ball. In the process, he got kicked in the head, but you could tell. I mean, his eyes were not on the player; they were clearly he was trying to hit that ball. And I don't know why that ball belongs to the offensive player.
Oh, it
It
looks
it
like
was
someone
no.
scored behind you. No,
Oh, Cutter tied it.
the
They
Cutters.
and they have one good guy, so he probably got in there. They had some guy with the gigantic fro, and the whole team was defensively. Cutter's very good defensively. They
Mm.
couldn't really move forward on offense, but they got one dude with a gigantic afro that had unbelievable skills. He looked like Messi out there, but they can't get him the ball.
Mm.
So I
Well,
bet you he scored.
very cool.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
this
happy to have the World Cup again. I feel like there was a lot of chit chat about tickets not selling out in a lot of stadiums in the US because of ice. I think some of these players and teams and referees got a little shook up by ice on the way in. I think I heard one referee got dismissed. He wasn't allowed to come in. I don't know why. Maybe he's a terrorist.
well, their Iranian group, the whole team got in, the coaches got in, but they had a bunch of hangabouts that a couple of them didn't get in. And
Hmm.
for some reason, CIA or whoever, FBI was saying these guys shouldn't be on that list.
Hmm.
So they didn't let them in.
Interesting. Well, uh, I don't know much about that, but
Nobody that
if
was going to
ice is
test.
involved, you got to be like,
Well, this Swiss game here is in Santa Clara. It's about almost 90 degrees. And when this game
Ugh.
started, the crowd, it was full, for the
And that
pre.
is the worst stadium to probably sit in.
It's
There's
hotter
no
now.
no
Yeah.
no coverage.
No roof, no nothing, and it's the sun was right above their heads. And by towards the end of the first half, there's nobody in their seats anymore. I mean, it was like,
That stadium sucks, man. And I hate like say what you want about Candlestick, but it was in the city. This place is nowhere near San Fran. It's hot. There's no club. There's no coverage. I hate it. I'm pissed that that was the decision. I hate that
well,
Qualcomm was never just just suck it up and make Qualcomm cool. Keep
yeah, they
San
don't
Diego Chargers where they are.
they don't
Keep the
have
Clippers where
the.
they are.
It's a
Idiots.
land
You
thing now.
idiots.
It's a land thing. There
You
was no
many
land.
money grubbing fools.
Well, a lot of times that's what it says. The guy that has the property says, "Pay me and you can rebuild," and they go, "No, we'll go down to Santa Clara, buy cheaper land."
And the
That's
and the
bad.
and the and the land people, you rich bastards. Can't we do something better for everybody? Because whatever.
By the time, see, here's what happens. By the time somebody sells that land, it's fourth generation, and they just been sitting on their ass for 3 generations, and they just want the money. They didn't work for it. They just want, Papa's money.
Papa, Papa's money. Dude, I don't understand what's going on. It's saying we only have 9 minutes left, but like I have a professional account. What the what the hell is going on in here? Whatever. I mean, the short one's fine to be honest, because um
What else do you
I
want
got
to
other
talk
stuff to do. Let's
about?
see. Let's talk to them Dodgers. I was a little afraid of us playing the Sox because they're just good for whatever reason, and
You know,
they
I watched
mollywopped
it.
us yesterday.
I didn't like really anything. I was shocked that they beat up Sasaki. We were watching, till the soccer game started. We watched probably the first 4 innings, and then the soccer game started, and we didn't come back to it until he gave up 7 runs in 1 inning. And we're like, what the heck happened? I never looked at the box score, but
I really thought we turned a corner with him. He recently got like 10 or 7 strikeouts. And
He
we're
got
like,
10.
okay, he figured it
No,
out.
he got 10. So you want,
It was
but
like against like Colorado or something, but still.
the thing about the Dodgers right now is there's a lot of guys hurt. They got
Like who?
4 or 5 pitchers are out, right? Will
Who?
Smith is out. Kike got back in and then he got hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say I thought Kike was back, but you're right. I haven't seen him.
no, he like 2 days in, he hurt his back.
Well, I
Will
gotta say,
Smith,
I like some of these no name, these new people that have showed up out of nowhere. Like I think Alex Call's been with us for a while, but there's been a Ryan Ward has hit been
and
hitting the
Ryan
ball pretty
Ward,
well.
Ryan Ward, a 28-year-old vet from the minor leagues, and he's been playing well. He's
Yeah,
done good.
I like I like what I've seen from him. Who else did I see? Espinal is like kind of new with us this year. He's been doing okay. Um,
Espinal,
the guy I'm really excited about is the Lauer lefty.
he's done good.
Because
He's done pretty good.
he's just a just some guy. He doesn't look like he has any thrills. And you put him up against Paul Skeens and he gets the dub.
Well, but he was a good pitcher for Toronto last year, and then he got in an argument with the coach, and they got into some kind of hassle, so they put him on waivers. They didn't think he was worth the lip, and the Dodgers goes, "Well, we'll take the lip. We'll see what the lip's like," and he's been fine as a Dodger.
You know, and this is one of the sad things that I gotta say is it's a little bit like cheating. A lot of that lip, a lot of that back talk goes away when they're coming to LA. I
It,
think it
it,
does.
well, they tell the dude, "Keep your mouth shut. You're going to get paid handsomely, and mind your manners and play baseball. That's all we care about here."
And I think a lot of people, I mean, Toronto seems probably nice too, but I think a lot of people want to move into LA.
Well,
Um,
all I know is that the Schultz's friends, Doug, the guy that used to coach Nick in hockey, he's from Toronto. He's got a couple pieces of property up there he still owns. He hates it. He hates Canada. He hates the government. Can't stand their politics. He talks shit on Canada all day long.
oh man. And I remember one part of Robin Williams' old stand-up was like a big trash pit in Toronto. I remember that was a big thing that happened in like the 90s or early 2000s. I don't know much about it, but I remember that was a big part of his act.
And I've only been in Toronto one time. I went there for the 90 All-Star game, 91 All-Star game. And I remember we went to Little Italy in Toronto, and I thought I had the best Italian food I'd ever eaten. I thought it was unbelievable. But you know what? That place you took us to in Santa Monica, man, that was good.
It's so good.
That was so good.
It's so good. And it's just like
You know that
no big deal.
that
They
bottle
don't
of
seem to.
wine, that bottle of wine that we had, and then I bought two for the road. I took one of those bottles. We went to the Vomeros for a barbecue on Thursday night, and they roasted up the St. Louis ribs, right? And man, that petite Syrah, it hit the spot with those ribs. I'm
Yeah,
not kidding you. That good meal we had at the Italian restaurant is still going on.
man. That's I'm glad you guys had a good time. I knew you would. I there's a lot of the Italian besides that place, a lot of the Italian restaurants I go to are very like small portions, which I hate. I and there's no they don't automatically just give you bread and oil. That
Yeah,
place they just it's already like assumed.
yeah, yeah. It's just part of the deal. And the other thing was he told us about 4 different brewers near us we never heard of. And we went to one of them last week, and I'd say it was probably an 8 out of 10. It was really good.
Nice,
I
nice.
had me a black IPA there that was tasty.
Mm. Man, so I want to talk about some more things. I kind of feel like almost like doing the second call and just doing it again because I want to find out what you think about the Myles Garrett trade because we love Jared Verse. I'm sad to see him go. I don't know, and we gave up a lot for Miles.
So, how much
So
time do we have? Is it ticking out?
this thing says it's going to end in 3:46, which I don't understand. I have Pro. This is bullshit.
Well, Myles Garrett is not on the list. I didn't see it, but it's a good topic, man.
No, but I just thought about it right now.
No,
Like,
no, Myles Garrett is a really good topic, and I okay. So from what I can see, the dude is a stud. There's no doubt about it. And the problem with the Rams, they are so good at drafting linebackers. Like they got him in the fourth round. And in their mind, they can do that all day long. They can evaluate talent better than anybody else. So that guy's contract is coming up for his when he's going to get his first payday. Why not get Myles Garrett, right, on who's already got a contract that's got 2 more years left on it? You know what you're going to pay. And you get a guy like this dude is collapses the line when he comes for the quarterback. And that's like the big deal. Like when you want to get interceptions and turn the ball over, you just got to scare the shit out of the quarterback.
yeah,
And
that's a scary man.
that's who he is. And you know how good he is? What was our guy that retired early? What's that guy's name? That's
Donald,
he wants to
Aaron
come
Donald.
back now. Aaron Donald's saying, I've stayed in shape. I've always wanted to play with Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's true?
They're talking about it.
What the
They're
hell? But
they're
like,
trying
why
to
would he go on? He would just he just gets to go back to LA.
well, they still own his rights.
Hmm.
And so, he retired with time left on his contract. But the
Damn.
reality was he was basically saying, look, I won a world's championship. I don't think this team can do it. I don't want to go through a whole season, beat myself up, you know. And now he's like, oh shit, the Rams are going to win again next year. I think I want to be along for the ride. And
Fuck.
that was a dude that he's another guy that takes two or three guys to block.
Dude. Oh
So,
my God. And I was gonna say I actually don't know anything about the receiving core right now. I
well,
can't.
I mean, Puka is,
Oh yeah, we got Puka, we got
Puka's great. He might even be the best in the league, but he's also crazy.
he's a
He's
little
cray cray.
crazy, but that's
He's cray
that's
cray.
that's wide receivers for you. They always seem to be a little
He's
nuts.
cray cray.
He needs to
Okay.
someone needs to put a little, something
I
over
think
his mouth so
I
they
think
don't
he's
we don't hear what he has to say.
I think he's going to be playing in the games with a bracelet on his ankle because he's so knuckleheaded. But and then oh, they got three tight ends that all catch the ball. And then they got, I can't think of the other two guys. They got two other good guys. So
Hey, can we continue the chat? I need to actually put some clothes in the dryer. So I'll
now the truth comes out. You're doing your once a 3 week laundry.
I'm trying to do as much as I can right now, but can I call you back? We just continue?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna end it
Bye.
for now. All right, later.
Bye.
Bye.